CCC family, it's Dawn Marie with Custom Comfy Crochet, and today I'm going to show you how to do the X headband, or you could call it the cross headband. Either way, it's basically like an ear warmer and a headband put together, and I'm going to show you how to do this, and I'm going to make it so easy. This is going to be beginner friendly. It's going to be great for anyone. You don't have to be a beginner, and it works up so quick. You can make so many of these for family and friends, for yourself, or for craft fairs, anything like that. These are wonderful, especially for our weather right now. Okay, and because of the stitch I'm using, these are very stretchy. I'm using a stitch that causes it to be very elastic, which is great when something is going around your head. Okay, so let's get into our material. Okay, so for today I'm using an 8mm hook. And I'm using actually a small yarn. This is a light 3-weight yarn, and it's Lion Brand ice cream yarn. That's what I'm using for this. Now remember, you can use any yarn you want. You don't have to use this. This is a thinner yarn. So these are not going to be as thick. And I thought this would be good for people who are in more of our regions that they get cold, but not super cold, so you don't want something really hot on your head. But you could use definitely a heavier yarn, and you could even use a bulky yarn. Just remember though that the thing that gives this pattern its elasticity, its pull, is the fact that I'm using such a big hook with a small weight yarn. Now this can be used with a 4-weight yarn as well, but if you use a bulky yarn, you're going to need to go up in your hook size if you want to keep that elasticity. If you really don't care about the elasticity, then you can just use the hook that goes along with your yarn. Just remember though that it's going to be smaller. You're probably going to have to do more rows and things like that. Okay, so that's what you're going to need, and you're going to need a pair of scissors, and you're going to need a pair of darning needle for the end of your project to work in your ends, and that looks just like this. You also might call it a crochet needle. Okay, and I have some little flowers that I made here. You could definitely put these on here as well, but they're just like little accents there. So, okay, let's get into the tutorial. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to make a slip knot. If you're not familiar with any of the stitches in this, you can look in the description box below and you will see a beginner, it's an absolute beginner video, and it shows you how to make a slip knot, how to do stitches, how to hold your yarn and your hook. So while this is beginner friendly, and it is, if you are brand new to crochet and you don't know how to crochet at all, you need to watch that video. Okay, but we've made our slip knot, and now we're going to chain 58. $54, $55, $56, $57, and $58. And then I want you to do one more chain, okay, just like that. So we have our chain of 59 because we did our one extra. And this is to fit my head. I'm just a normal female size head. So if it needs to be bigger or smaller, you can adjust your chain size. This is a pattern that's easily versatile as far as changing. So you can just, what you can do is make a chain until it fits just right around your head. You don't want to have to pull. You don't want to have to go over. It's just right around the head, okay? So then what you're going to do is you're going to half double crochet into each stitch across. So you're going to yarn over. You're going to go into your second chain from the hook. So we've got our loop right here on our hook, and then we've got this chain right here. So that's what we're going to go to. We're going to go into this stitch, and we're going to put a half double crochet. And you're going to do that all the way around. So yarn over, pull up your yarn. You have 3 loops. Go through all 3 loops. So I'm going to half double crochet all the way down, and when I get to the end, I'll meet you back up. Okay, so we're now at the end here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to half double crochet. I'm going to make sure I get this last stitch right here. Okay, then I'm going to chain one and I'm going to turn my work, okay? And when I turn my work, I'm going to do half double crochets again, but I want to make sure I get into this first stitch right here. So I'm working in this back loop of this first stitch. So I'm going to yarn over and I'm going to do a half double crochet in the back loop. So let me just show you real quick. So in the top right here, we're working under these V's usually. Okay, doing our stitches, but we're going to work right here into the back loop of this stitch. Okay, so we're going to yarn over, go into the back loop, pull up our loop. We've got 3 loops on our hook, go through all 3 loops. And again, the back loop, pull up. And we're going to do half double crochets all the way down in the back loop. Okay, and so when you do that, what it does is it pushes this forward and gives it a ribbed look, okay? So that's all you're going to do. You're going to do this back and forth. You're going to go all the way down. You're going to chain one, you're going to turn again, and you're going to be doing half double crochets in the back loop, okay? So that's all you're going to do. That's what makes this so easy. And you're going to do this for a total of 9 rows. So right here, we were working on our second, okay? So after you finish this second row, you're going to need 7 more rows, okay? And they work up really quick because, again, you're just loosely and comfortably going into these back loops with half double crochets with this very large hook, okay? And like I said, that's what causes it to have its elasticity, okay? So what I'd like you to do is go ahead, we're gonna turn off the camera, and we're both gonna finish our 9 rows, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna show you how to make that wonderful X. Very easy, simple stuff, and then we'll be all done. So I'll see you back in just a minute. Okay, guys, so I finished my 9 rows, and this is what it looks like. This is about the width of it, okay? So now what we're going to do is, this is where I finished off here, and I'm going to cut off quite a bit because I'm going to need that to sew in some things here in just a minute, okay? So I'm going to cut off about, about a foot or 2. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull this right through. So I'm going to put my hook back into the loop, and I'm going to pull this through just like this and tighten up, okay? And so now what we're going to do to get this situated here to make the X is we're going to take both sides just like this, and we're going to pull those forward just like that, okay? Then you're going to take your hands and you're going to fold these in just like this, okay? So they're folded in half. The back is laying flat on the table. And you're just going to fit these in like a puzzle, okay? So this is going to go inside here. This is going to go here. And this is going to go on the other side, okay? Just like that. Let's do that one more time, okay? So it's laying flat. I'm going to pick the ends up and I'm going to fold them in this way. So they're not going out this way. They're going in like this, okay? And then when I join them, this part is going to go in the middle here, and this is going to go on the outside, okay? So this might take a few times of you trying this and watching it more than once. That's okay. That's normal. And so then you're going to bring them together, okay? So it looks just like this. Now, a lot of people like to go ahead and sew this right now, but I think it looks better if we do this. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring these down to where we have these sides poking out, okay? So before we had them all the way in like that. We're going to just pull them out a little bit to about right there, okay? And this is the part we're going to sew together. So we're going to leave these little ends open, okay? Then I'm going to take this piece right here and I'm going to put it on my darning needle. This is the piece we had left. And this little piece down here, we're going to work that in just a minute, but we're just going to leave that down here at the bottom. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go in and out. I don't really want to see the stitches from the top. So I'm going to go right back to the other side where this is coming from. And I'm going to go in and out just like this. Okay. And I'm going to sew this little piece together here in the middle. Going in and out. Just like this. And I'm going to go up and down twice, just to make sure it stays really good. Okay, so now we have these two little pieces here that need to be joined together. So all I'm going to do, I'm going to keep my darning needle here with my yarn on, and I'm going to turn my work this way. Okay, and when I turn my work this way, these two little pieces here are right here at the top. And all you're going to do is you're going to join these together right here at the very top. So you're going to take these two little rounds and pull together. And then you're going to sew around, okay? So let me show you how to do that real quick. So this is already on this side. So I'm going to work from this side. And I'm going to bring these up to the top. And I'm just going to start over here on the side. And I'm going to sew together. Just like this. We're going to sew these two little pieces together. Let's do one more. Okay. And now we finish that. And so now we're going to work this in. And because I'm using a variegated yarn, I want to try to work through the color that this is. So this is this dark blue here. So I'm just going to work the 3 times back and forth, making sure to get through a good bit of that yarn. Okay. And then you can cut off. And then I'm going to work in this piece as well. And I'm going to find its corresponding color and work it in. So that color is right here. Okay, and then I can cut it off. And now we can turn it over and see what we've got. And look at that. We've got a perfect little X. Looks absolutely beautiful. And so I'm just fixing it up here. And look at that. It just lays so flat and pretty. When you do those joins the way that I did at the top, it holds it together better. And I want to show you an example of that. This is one done with just some 4-weight yarn. I think this is some Hobby Lobby yarn and peach. And I just sewed them together on the other side without doing the little space things that you join together. And as you can see, the bunch here is just not as nice and flat. I mean, it doesn't look horrible, but it's just not nice and flat like this one. So I really suggest that you do it that way. It looks a lot better, okay? So that's how it's done. So easy, so simple. Let me know what you think about this, guys. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you need anything, you can find me in the description box below. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I have a Gmail. And of course, you can comment right here on YouTube. And I try to answer all my comments as fast as I possibly can. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. And I'll see you soon. Happy crocheting. Bye-bye.